Now, speed cameras. Been a massive growth, and they're in the news at the moment. I think 10 years ago there were virtually none. Now we've got round about 5,000. Now, because all these cameras are supposed to be highly visible, and because they're all supposed to be put at known accident black spots, you would imagine, would you not, that they've had a dramatic effect on the number of people being killed on our roads. I mean, if you see a camera there and it's at an accident black spot, you slow down because you don't want to get fined. Well, we've got a chart here which shows what's been going on. This is the number of people who've been convicted since 1996. It was around about 250,000. Now it's just gone past, or rather by 2001, which is the last year for which we have figures available, it's gone past 1 million in a year. And yet, the number of road deaths, virtually constant. Almost exactly the same now as it was back in 1996.
Absolutely. Sadly, not the decline you'd want to see. But they're not at accident black spots, OK? There's been some research into the most dangerous stretches of road. In other words, accident black spots. These are the 10 sites that have been identified as the worst. These particular roads and these particular stretches of them, OK? They amount to a total of 137 miles on these 10 or so places. You would imagine they would be festooned with speed cameras if that's where they're putting them. Between all of those sites, all of those 137 miles of road at 10 positions, 4. 4.
The thing is, though, even if the cameras were there, I could still drive up any of those roads, drunk, uninsured, high on magic mushrooms in a stolen Nissan. But as long as I didn't actually go over the speed limit, I'd get away with it.
You see, that's the problem we're facing, is because the people who like the speed cameras and who think that they're a good idea are forever telling us that 33% of all fatalities are caused by excessive and inappropriate use of speed. But the fact is, the Transport Research Laboratory, who are proper scientists and not just mad vegetarians on bicycles, they're proper scientists. They say it's actually 7% of accidents are caused by excess speed. 7.
So you've got to ask yourself, just what are these speed cameras for? If they're not putting them at accident black spots, and even if they were, it's been discovered that only 7% of accidents are attributable to speed. What are they for? Well, I can tell you one thing we know about them for certain. Last year alone, they raised £73 million.
So what are we going to do? That's the big one. What are we going to do? Well, simple fact of the matter is, when the police get your photograph, they send you a letter saying who is driving the car at the time, and British law at the moment says you have to tell them. But we're in the EU, and European law says you have the right to remain silent. So really, we face a simple choice. We either join the EU, in which case we lose the Queen's head from the money, or we stay where we are and lose all our money.